much for their cooperation. And with that, let me turn it over to your senator, who's done an outstanding job, a good friend of mine, Senator Seward. Pleasure to be with you.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Governor, and all of you. And Governor, it's great to be with you once again. This is your fourth visit to Herkimer County since the flood incident at the end of June, early July. And you have been a steadfast presence here in the Mohawk Valley since this has occurred, and on behalf of all of the residents in this region, we want to say we are very grateful for your personal attention to our needs.
Thank you very much.
And I'd also once again like to acknowledge my colleagues in the Senate who are with us today. We work together on behalf of the residents of the Mohawk Valley. First of all, my colleague, Senator Joe Griffo. Joe. And Senator Cecilia Kachek from the eastern portion of the Mohawk Valley. We're delighted to have you here in Herkimer County and be part of this announcement. I don't need to remind anyone in this room that we have undergone in this region almost 3 consecutive weeks of flooding or threats of flooding, and the damage has been extensive. You know, I have personally toured the area and have seen firsthand the devastation that this flood has had on our public infrastructure, on homes, businesses, and our communities and our neighborhoods. You know, every natural disaster is unique, but the helplessness, that feeling of helplessness on the part of those who have suffered this devastation in the wake of a disaster, that's always the same. And when lives are turned upside down, individuals want reassurance that help is on the way and that better days are ahead. Today, because of the governor's announcement, is one of those better days. And on behalf of my colleagues in the Senate, I want to say that we are pleased to join with Governor Cuomo to pledge the state's continued support to rebuild our streets, to rebuild our homes, our businesses, our farms, and our communities. You know, the governor has been here for us, working with the legislature to help us get the help we need to recover and to rebuild. He repeatedly called on the federal government to support New York State in our time of need. And many of us joined in that effort with partial success. In addition to the state funds that are being announced today, counties affected by flooding will also receive the federal public assistance aid to help us move forward. And though FEMA could not provide us with all of the resources that we had hoped for, Governor Cuomo acted swiftly to alleviate the financial burdens placed on our residents here in the Mohawk Valley and to find room in our state budget so that no New Yorker would have to bear this burden by themselves and alone. You know, the rebuilding effort will be a long and difficult process, but the determination and the support of the governor, the state legislature, local officials, and the resiliency of the people of the Mohawk Valley, we will get through this together, and as the governor says, better than ever. It seems to me that this is more than simply dollars and cents. It's also about planning for the future. We have all been in flood response mode for far too long in recent years. You know, a comprehensive, proactive approach and strategy needs to be in place so that we can better prepare for natural disasters and, better yet, avoid and prevent them, and to better mobilize relief resources in a rapid fashion. You know, I'm pleased to say that with today's announcement and tomorrow's storm recovery conference that the governor is sponsoring, we are moving forward here in New York State and in the Mohawk Valley. And of course, I want to join the governor in thanking our local emergency responders and our local elected officials for their round-the-clock attention to the safety and well-being of our communities. We could not have gotten through this without you. And again, thank you, Governor Cuomo, for your leadership and your assistance. It is greatly appreciated.